Alright, you're going to start deleting the cool bulleting system. Okay? To the left. Take out the word thesis, take out the word hook, take out the word introduction. Okay? Alcohol abuse occurs worldwide, affects all races and all ages. You need a bridge sentence. The sad truth is that but one of the most serious forms of alcohol abuse affects unborn children and infants. Okay. One of the. Alright, so here is my first paragraph. It has a hook, it has a bridge sentence, it has a thesis. Is yours going to have more detail? Most likely. And whenever you do a new paragraph, you press enter, and then you press tab, and it'll space it for you automatically. Okay? I'm going to skip my counter argument for right now because I'm going to make a separate video on that later. Again, you're going to go to the first body paragraph, you're going to start deleting things. Okay? Now, press tab. One of the most noticeable defects in a child with fetal alcohol syndrome is the physical appearance of the child. At some point, I said that I wanted to change this. Let's see. I'm going to take this one because I want to do a chronological order. So I'm going to say this one. I'm going to copy it. Paste. Change my spacing again because it didn't like it. Alright. So now I'm going to embed this sentence. Okay. And I'm going to put children infants affected by FAS. Okay, and I can say the abbreviation because I've already said fetal alcohol syndrome right here. So infants affected by FAS are associated with low birth rate and preterm birth. Green. That's all you have to do to make sure that it's embedded. The easiest way to make it embedded is to have the verb on the outside of your quote and then incorporate this into what it is. So here's my verb and here's my action, or you know what the verb is linked to. Okay? And then I have to give about twice the length of commentary. Fortunately, and here's a transition for you. Children with FAS start life at a disadvantage. Are which can hinder their, I don't know, which can affect their quality of life. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't want me to. Okay. Guess that's what they want. I don't have my glasses on. Okay. So here's about what you want to do for commentary, embedding your quotes, and that's basically what you're doing, is taking your quotes, making sure they're embedded, transition into the next thought, giving commentary, and moving on. You want to have a good transition between two paragraphs, which might mean that you say something like, in this last sentence, for the last sentence in this paragraph, you might say something like, the physical appearance of the child is not the only effect. Speaking of effect and effect, one is a noun, one is a verb. Okay, effect is the noun, effect is a verb. Alright. Physical. I can't type today because I don't have my glasses on. Either way, I'm butchering it. Oh. Okay, so that's basically what you want to do to build paragraphs. The only other thing I want to say is that there is more than one way to cite a source. For instance, I could say, let's say if I wanted to quote this one, brain damage is the most serious effect. If I wanted to go down to my source and say, okay, who wrote it? Substance Abuse and Mental Health Human Services Administration. So I could say, because I'll show you a trick, according to the, I'm going to copy this because I'm not going to remember it. And in this case, I'm not going to italicize it. Okay. According to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, brain damage is the most serious effect. Now, what you need to know is that if you cite a source at the front end, you don't have to cite it at the back end. So you could leave that off. Okay, so there's trick number one. Trick number two. If I give two back-to-back quotes, but there's commentary in between, a lot of commentary. Here's, my words, more commentary. Okay, let's see. I've got this. They will have, quote, okay, and then I have commentary. They will also have their, how about I say, in addition, quote, the 5 motor skills are most effective. Now, what I have here is two quotes from the same source. I don't have to cite this one. I only have to cite the last one. Okay? Now, this is a trick you can use. However, do not fall into the lazy route of saying, well, I'll just have one paragraph for one source. It's lazy and it's not incorporating your sources as you need to, and it won't be building a paragraph. You might have sources that dominate a paragraph because they lend themselves to that. For instance, this source right here, they're talking about emotional deficits in a child. Well, this is from a as you can see right here, psychology, and we're talking about emotional deficits. That particular source was sought out for support for this paragraph. So, will it be cited only here? Probably. It's not going to go into the mental effects, or, it's not going to go into the physical effects. Psychology Monthly doesn't do that, okay? So, it only makes sense that it ends up only here. But if I based my entire third paragraph only on this one source, that's not incorporating it right. And if I did it just so that I didn't have to cite it at the end for each one, that's being lazy. So, don't be lazy, okay? you're going to look at your outline, put everything in paragraph format, give commentary, transition into ideas, and make sure that you're giving the correct parenthetical citation. Okay? It's not going to be as hard because you've done a lot of the work already by saying where the quotes are going to go, but you're going to have to give the commentary, so you're going to have to actually write. Okay? I'll give a video later on how to do the counter argument if you need that. But I think that's pretty much it for the rough draft. Make sure it's in a new Word document inside of that folder. And make sure that it's in MLA format already, meaning you have the Times New Roman size 12 font, double spaced. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know.